From Storm Tracker 6, this is Forecast First, sponsored by Auto Owners Insurance. Simple human sense.
The changeover from rain to snow is happening across mid-Michigan tonight. A dusting over towards Grand Ledge. Got some light flakes mixing in and changing to snow now in the Lansing area. Elsewhere, though, rain to the south and to the east as well as to the west. So this is not going to be a huge snow event for us, but nonetheless, some wet snow likely tonight through early tomorrow morning could make the morning commute a little bit slippery. Temperatures currently 33 Lansing, 33 in Jackson. We should hover in this same general range through the overnight hours. The chance for snow showers continues tonight into tomorrow morning. As far as the temperatures dipping below freezing, there is a chance, so watch out for a few slick spots on bridges and overpasses. Otherwise, though, we're warming quickly tomorrow morning as the snow begins to melt. 6 News at 11 starts right now.
WLNS is here for you, celebrating 75 years of bringing you the news with 6 News at 11.
Wall Street pulled out of the nosedive today when President Trump announced he was reversing course on tariffs, at least for now. It's our top story tonight at 11. Thanks for joining us. I'm Sherry Jones.
And I'm Siobhan Klepfer. The recent announcement of broad global tariffs sent the stock market crashing, losing trillions of dollars in value.
Well, today the market spiked when the president announced some tariffs would be put on hold for 90 days.
But for some countries, especially China, the tariffs are actually escalated. Erica Brown has the latest.
Wall Street came roaring back Wednesday, the Dow up more than 2,900 points in its biggest one-day gain since 2008, after President Trump announced a 90-day pause on his reciprocal tariffs for all nations except China. The president said more than 70 countries want to engage in negotiations for trade deals with the U.S.
Somebody had to do what we did, and I did a 90-day pause for the people that didn't retaliate, because I told them if you retaliate, we're going to double it. And that's what I did with China, because they did retaliate.
The president further hiked tariffs on Chinese imports, pushing them to 125% after Beijing raised its retaliatory tariffs on U.S. goods to 84%. Still, the president insists he believes China wants to reach an agreement with the U.S. While Wall Street responded favorably to the president's latest tariff announcements, some lawmakers remain skeptical about the strategy.
Donald Trump is feeling the heat from Democrats and across America about how bad these tariffs are. He is reeling, he is retreating, and that is a good thing.
The president also signed executive orders Wednesday aimed at restoring business competition and repealing federal regulations that limit household water pressure.
In my case, I like to take a nice shower to take care of my beautiful hair. I have to stand under the shower for 15 minutes till it gets wet. Drip, drip, drip. It's ridiculous.
The order says it intends to, quote, make America's showers great again. Erica Brown, CBS News, the White House.
Governor Gretchen Whitmer joined President Trump in the Oval Office today. They discussed the damage caused by the northern Michigan ice storm, possible investments in military bases, the impact of tariffs on Michigan's industries, and the importance of keeping the Great Lakes clean and safe.
We're honored to have Gretchen Whitmer from Michigan, great state of Michigan, and she's really done an excellent job and a very good person. And we're working on the Selfridge, as you know, the air base.
The governor's office says the press conference during her Oval Office visit came as a surprise, and her presence does not imply any endorsement of the policy announcements he's made. Michigan State House Speaker Matt Hall was also part of that meeting.
Speaking of Democrats and Republicans getting along, Senator Elissa Slotkin voted in favor today of confirming Pete Hoekstra as ambassador to Canada.
Hoekstra was the head of the Michigan Republican Party that organized the campaign for Slotkin's opponent in the race for Senate.
Now, in a statement, the senator acknowledged that she and Mr. Hoekstra disagree on many issues, but she says she voted in his favor in hopes that his firsthand knowledge of Michigan's economy will help minimize the impact of the tariffs on Canada. She also applauded Hoekstra's commitment to open communication. Hoekstra previously served as ambassador to the Netherlands during the first Trump administration.
Crime Stoppers works because of your tips.
And tonight, police are asking for your help in identifying 2 people who are wanted on separate crimes. So take a look and see if you have the information they need. First up, The Shiawassee County Sheriff's Department is asking for information in a fraud and vehicle theft investigation. Deputies want your help identifying this person who is involved in the case. Investigators did not say this person is a suspect, only that they're trying to identify them. They want to hear from anyone who can help. Over in Eaton County, the Sheriff's Department is asking for your help in identifying this person who is a suspect in the theft of more than $10,000 in construction equipment. It happened in the early morning hours of March 27th. The suspect was driving a white four-door Chevy Silverado with a flatbed trailer. So if you recognize either of these people, call in a tip anonymously to Crime Stoppers. The number 517-483-STOP. And remember, it pays to call Crime Stoppers.
The Michigan Department of Education is at odds with the federal Department of Education over millions of dollars in cuts to schools trying to recover from the pandemic. The spread of COVID-19 led to changes and interruptions to normal schooling for millions of kids. After the pandemic, the federal government approved funding to help school districts make up that gap in education. Last Tuesday, the U.S. Education Department abruptly cut off the rest of that funding. The MDE is calling on the federal government to honor its $40 million commitment to 27 school districts in our state. $17 million of that money is still outstanding, and the MDE is worried the federal government might even try to claw back the $23 million that was already provided.
Speaking of money, tech giant Microsoft says it will slow down or halt some of its investments in artificial intelligence data centers, including a $1 billion project planned for Ohio. This is the latest sign that AI might not require the kind of huge infrastructure changes the industry was planning. Now, there were even plans to open coal or nuclear power plants to power these massive server farms. Microsoft is still planning $80 billion in AI infrastructure projects worldwide.
Rice might be the most widely eaten food in the world, and we generally think of brown rice as healthier than white rice. It still has the bran and germ of the plant, providing extra protein and fiber. But new research from MSU shows brown rice also has higher levels of arsenic. The Spartan researchers say the high arsenic level does not pose a major health risk to people in general, but it could create health concerns for children under the age of 5, since they eat more food relative to their body weight than adults. MSU also found brown rice grown in the United States has significantly less arsenic compared to brown rice from overseas.
From Storm Tracker 6, this is Weather First, sponsored by Auto Owners Insurance. Simple human sense.
Well, it's certainly not a major winter storm on the way tonight. It does remind us it snows in the month of April, and we'll have some light accumulations across the area tonight through tomorrow morning. Back to the Doppler radar as our transition from rain to snow is still happening across the area. Some areas seeing a mixture, some seeing all snow, and some areas getting coated with a little bit of snowfall out there, especially southern sections of mid-Michigan. Storm system doesn't extend too far to the west. We don't have a lot longer in this storm before it begins to move out. So we check out Precision Cast through tomorrow morning, even as of 6 or 7 o'clock, still a few snow showers out there, so be careful. As we move through the mid-morning hours, we're above freezing. We get rid of most of the precipitation. Can't rule out a stray rain shower or snowflake even during the afternoon, but the bulk of the precipitation should be well to our east. Things really begin to improve as we head into Friday. We've got sunshine to start the day, and look at that big hole of sunshine right over us for a change, so we'll get some sunshine and temperatures near 50 by Friday afternoon. Additional snowfall out there tonight through tomorrow morning. Some spots may see slightly over an inch of accumulation, hence the use caution tomorrow morning, but some areas seeing a trace to a half an inch, maybe as much as an inch. Not a major storm system, but it still snows this time of the year. Look at the temperatures as we get into the weekend. By Saturday, mid-50s on the way, 60s for Sunday, mid-60s on Monday with maybe a thunderstorm in the area. It is cooler Tuesday, but we're looking at generally low to mid-50s as we round out next week, getting closer to next weekend. Average high by next Saturday is right around 60 degrees. Temperatures tonight below average. We're currently sitting at 35 in St. John's, 33 for Lansing. Notice some areas getting close to the freezing mark, though, so there'll be some bridges and overpasses that may ice just a bit. Our live conditions on the Skyview Network, 35 degrees, high today 47. A tenth of an inch of rain and snow out there so far today. Again, it's melting in the rain gauge, so we can get a good measure of that. In Grand Ledge, our total is up to 707-inch, temperature at 33 degrees. High earlier this afternoon at 47. Visibility slightly reduced on the Jackson Cam with some snow coming down. Temperature at 33 degrees, 1,307-inch of precipitation. And notice on the Hillsdale Cam, You can see some snow in the road, a little bit of slush out there. Temperature-wise in Hillsdale, getting very close to the freezing mark at 33 degrees. Today's high 45, so a lot of those roadways are wet, but when you drop to around 32, then you'll begin to develop a few icy patches here and there. Tonight's forecast then, rain and wet snow, low temperature around 33, but some areas may dip to and just below the freezing mark. For tomorrow, we'll get rid of the bulk of the precipitation early, just a spotty rain or snow shower tomorrow afternoon as temperatures top out near 40, so whatever light accumulations we get should melt pretty quickly. The 6-day forecast weekend looks fantastic. Highs in the 50s Saturday, 60s on Sunday. Little rain to start the week next week with readings in the mid-60s. Cooler Tuesday, then back in the mid-50s. That system we're watching for next Friday might linger into early Saturday mornings with some rain showers then. And then clearing out next Sunday for Easter. That looks dry with temps in the mid-50s.
Yeah.
Nice.
And like you said, average high by next Saturday, 60 degrees.
60 degrees and climbing.
You know, I think tomorrow with the morning commute and 127 north and south, a lot of stop and go traffic, maybe leave
Right.
yourself some extra time.
I mean, just for the construction, and then you got some icy spots. So just be careful and take it slow tomorrow morning.
All right. Thanks, David.